Good morning or evening, friend. This is JP with Wise Guys Gaming, going back with Elden Ring. Hang on for a second while this guy talks.
Not seen you before. Name's Bernard. Tarnished, just like you. Let me ask you something. Are you here in the lands between to take up the fight? Does your faith in the guidance of grace hold firm, despite the collapse of the Golden Order? Yes, you're a Tarnished through and through. Takes me back. But that's a quality needed now more than ever. Any interest in bearing the torch of my battle arts? All I know is the sword. Picked up a fair few tricks in my time, too. Now's the time to pass them on. To a good and proper Tarnished, like you.
Okay, so we found I guess a battle art vendor, or whatever I want to call him. I don't know what I want to call him, but we found him. He's right there. Say hi. Hi. If you didn't catch the quick intro, hi, how are you guys doing? This is JP with Wise Guys Gaming, and we are taking a look at the Elden Ring saga. I am so sorry that it took me so long to get this uploaded. It took me a while to get this voiceover. I promise you, things will be faster. This is the last one that I have to do a voiceover after the fact on. Everything else I'm kind of doing up to date, including the big battle with Margit. You don't want to miss it! Anywho, let me shut up so he can finish talking right quick, and then we'll be back. That sound good? Good.
There's a myriad of battle arts in these lands that I've yet to discover. Mementos of all the warriors who raised their arms in battle, lost and died. A fine tale, all told of true chivalric romance. That's how I fell in love with the sword and the arts of combat. It grants meaning even to falling in battle, to death itself. Not floating your boat, eh?
Yeah, bruh. That's all we needed from there. If you are uninitiated, welcome to the Chronicles of STABITHA. STABITHA is my nice little confessor. I really like the confessor outfit to the point where I've been experimenting with different outfits for STABITHA. Or, I guess, armors. It's not as much fun to not call it an outfit. Different ones with STABITHA, and oh my goodness, it's just so much fun. I don't remember if this is the first time I'd been here or not. I feel like there was another time I'd been here that I may not have shown. But, oh, it must be. I'm getting walloped here. But I was kind of just looking around the area to see what I could see. Let me make sure. I feel like I missed part of this. No, I think I got that in the other video. Maybe not. I don't remember. Anyway, we made our way up to Stormvale. And this is where we are. And this is what we are doing. We are in Stormvale, doing our best not to die. Just trying to be... Yeah, I think I got here. Just trying to be humble as we look around, fighting these giants. There are giants everywhere. And I am ill-equipped to battle them. Ill-equipped to battle them. I will say, now that I have played this quite a bit, and the Rams! The Rams come out of nowhere. Look at them. It's just so easy to get caught up in this battle. However, once you get the hang of battling these guys, they're really not that difficult. And if you are low to mid-level, and you're new to this area, this is a great place to be. Fantastic place to be, because each of these giants is about 1,000 HP. And so you can get some good level up. You run through them 2 or 3 times, and your level goes up exponentially. Not to mention any upgrades you're looking for. All that is there. I farmed this area quite a bit. I'm getting wrecked sword though. But yeah, it's not that hard. It's really not as hard as it looks. Come with it. Come with it. What you want? This is when I'd kind of gotten the hang of them. And I know it does not look like I've gotten the hang of them. But this is just a poor... I didn't play this well. I tried to do this by aggroing all of them and letting them kill themselves. Which isn't as hard as you would imagine. But clearly, just managing more and more of these makes it a little more difficult. This may have been before I knew about the weak spot too. When you get them to fall over like that, you move to the front of them and you get to stab them in the head for some massive damage. My best advice is to go around the side of them, jump, come down with a heavy slice, and then go into your critical hit. You get really good damage that way. Double damage. Let's see what we got right here. Slowly but surely. Also, when you're fighting these guys, try not to get into a rush. It's real big to try to kill them real quickly. You ain't gotta do all that. Take your time. The best thing to do right here. Big heavy slices on the back leg. Once you get to a certain amount of damage, 2 heavy slices will pretty much get you a knockdown. Bye, Ram. And those guys aren't hard, they're just annoying. Don't know why they're there. Other than to make me mad. So this is when I entered what was largely a level up portion of the game for me. I spent a lot of time in this field just going over those giants over and over again. Because once it hit me that they give 1,000 XP, I just wasn't leaving. I mean, 1,000 XP a pop? Keep in mind, they're not all giving me 1,000 XP. Not collectively. They are giving me 1,000 XP each. And once you kind of get an idea of how to attack them, it just becomes easy. And you're looking at basically a level up each time you run through this, and then every 2 times you run through this and something like that. You know, it's pretty good. Sneaky, sneaky. So, again, very careful. I actually prefer to fight these guys on the ground as opposed to fighting them on horseback. Got squished there. Taking the sip. And mistime your roll, because that's what you do. I am going through them fast, man. This is not appropriate for fighting. Now that I know what I'm doing, I can pretty much get through these guys for the most part without any damage being taken. Uh-oh. Now we're in trouble. I do have a healing spell. There we go. Can I get it off in time? We can. And at this point in the game, my thought process was I still don't need enough. I don't use enough magic to really warrant having a magic essence, an MP essence, or was it? There's a Crimson Flask and the other flask. Tears. Okay. Get stomped out, boy. Get stomped out, boy. Get stomped out, boy. But I did not use enough to warrant having the magic as opposed to the Estus, or having the other health. So I just kept the health and then just used the magic when I needed to. I guess in theory it's smarter because you get 2 magic heals. So I'm looking at maybe 4, but they're slower, so I don't know. I'm going right back. Now this was interesting because this was unexpected. This had never happened. I'd been here a couple times, and I was trying to be fancy and show people how quick it was to get through those giants. And then I got back, And lo and behold, wait for it. Oh, I just realized my thing's off. Riding on my horsey horse. Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest. And legitimately, this is the first time this has happened to me. Oh, not here? Not here. Never mind. Get in. Cut his legs off. It's funny because I'm watching this now and I'm just seeing mistake after mistake after mistake. Like, I don't know, another time I might run through this a couple times. Or I might run through it in this video. I don't remember what else in this video. But I might run through this at one point just to show how easy it is to get through them. Even though now it seems a lot much more, excuse me. Now it would feel a lot easier, sincerely, for the fact that at this point, my level would be so high that these guys aren't really that big. I'm not so much worried about getting hit now. Right, kill the rams for me. Murder them. Don't you kill? I'm just playing this so poorly. Again, this is where you want to be. And you want to do your chops and hacks right there. Now you want to be at the front of him, where the orange is coming out. I just didn't know that's what I was looking for until later. That gives you some big damage. Also, it's usually better to roll into their blade as opposed to out of it. Your iframes will catch you and let them miss the slash, and that'll allow you to land, orient yourself for their next attack, and go from there. Marchy, 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 marchy. Let me see if I still have... Oh no! You know what I did? Then I got fired. Now again, we can still just be on the horse and get these guys to fight themselves. It really is not that difficult. The goal when you do that is just to kind of kite them along and then let them slash at each other until they deal damage. But once they start using the little speech shockwave or roar or whatever, it can get difficult and it can put you in a bad situation. If you don't see it coming from one of the guys who are off frame, and they hit you with that and stun you just in enough time to either knock you off your horse or just keep you locked while the other one comes up and smashes, it can get deadly real quick. So I prefer to go after them one by one and just kind of, I mean, it's not that hard. Very careful. Yeah, I'm using two hands, bro. Can't be that hard. Take you a sip and take your time. We are not rushing. Again, orange coming up. I'm not seeing it. On that back leg. Sword. Choppity. Still not seeing it. We got murdered though. Marching through the wilderness. And again, you won't see all the times that I went through here. But I went through here a lot. Just this area a whole bunch because it's a very easy leveling area. So for manageable risk, you're getting really good XP, and that will allow you to progress within the game faster, as long as you have skill to match. Now I'm close. There we go. And now's when we get better. Mess that up. You need to be closer. Again, usually the back leg is where you come back. So weird to see me not know what I'm doing. Because now I can do this part with my eyes closed. Well, not with my eyes closed, but I can do it really well. Yep. Slashity dashity. Run through, come through. And it really is just a lot of this. Very careful, very patient. You don't have to be in a rush. And again, this was an interesting area just because saw the last video, everything around this area feels large, feels like a threat, and feels like it can and will kill you. This was one of the many things that looked very intimidating at first, and then very quickly you kind of figure out, oh, this is how this should work. And once you figure out how it should work, all of a sudden it's not that bad. And slash again. Take that. Take that. Oh no. Got a little stun. Careful. Oh, got wrecked. Got wrecked. And you don't have to be greedy here. The damage will come. You don't have to force it. Just kind of take your time. Jump. No jump. STABITHA. Making good of her name. Very careful. Take a sip. Liberal sips. And the other reason I feel comfortable doing the liberal sips on this is because there's a campfire that's relatively close by, or a lost grace that's relatively close by. And so I don't care if I die because I know how close I am to getting my stuff back. And B, if it gets to the point where it's too rough, I don't have to die. I can just continue to liberally use the Crimson Flask to keep my health up. And if we run out of options and we get too low, just head to the campfire, rest real quick, come right back. Walked right into that one. Not to mention, I have this amazing shield that I am not using. Pressure. He slams that down so hard. Only to die. I'm telling y'all, I played through this so often. In this one area. Now, I don't know how this goes if you are of a different build. I have seen some people play with magic, and some of them have an easier time and some of them have a harder time. I don't anticipate it'd be any, like, that much more difficult than what we're doing here. Until he starts doing this, I guess. If you're trying to keep good range and he starts charging at you, it's possible that he catches you without you thinking, with you thinking you were outside of range, but that blade is a little longer than you anticipated. I can see that. That's possible. I think that cleared the area this time. Take a look at messages. Look how many souls I have right now. For relatively easy jobs. Does it take a little time? Yes. But it's relatively easy. Now, something that's a little more challenging, but also much less challenging, is this guy. Not these little ones, but the big one. Hack it. Do I fight him now? No, it didn't look like it. And this is just me deciding I'm going to get as much XP as possible before I head to the bonfire. Just go ahead and kill everything. See the difference that I'm going through here? These guys are much more active. They attack much faster. They disrupt my planning and my flow. And so suddenly, I'm fighting against people and I'm making more mistakes. Or fighting against the wolves and I'm making far more mistakes than I was against the giants. Because the wolves are out there. Huffing and puffing. They move so much faster. Take a shot at this guy. Now, this one's interesting because while I do find the giants to be easy, this is a difficult fight just because of the way the terrain is listed. Much closer range. Now it's harder to get behind him. You gotta get your damage in where it fits in. Scrub the ground. As you see, I brought him to an area that is more to my liking. Like, the whole thing there was, I'm gonna fight him, and once I kind of saw the difficulty of fighting him the way I was fighting him, I just backed up and, hey, we gotta do this my way. STABITHA! Chap, chappy. Nice slow, nice patient. I do remind you that in this game, going too fast or going greedy is a good way to die. Shout out to my friend Eric Botnager. I am reading. I just saw he had a comment to my review for Thor: Love and Thunder. If you haven't seen it, it's a decent movie. Check it out. But he was pretty spot on. Also, shout out to my friend Sean. Two people who probably will never hear me. But he made a very keen point about the Thor franchise. And I didn't think about it until I saw this movie. And once I saw this movie, I was like, oh, he was right. He's absolutely right. Every single time. He's on the money. So, yeah. Check it out if you get the opportunity. Drop. Stop. Drop. Also just saw something that said that a guy was tabbed the best chef in the South, and I read it as stabbed, and I was like, wait a minute. Did I hear stabbing chefs now? I'm sorry, I was a little distracted. So we come through here, and we stab. I think I may have already killed the crow. I think I killed the crow in the last video. I'm sorry, it's been a while. I don't quite remember what happened in the last video. Like I said, I promise I'll get things more, things will come a little bit faster. I already know what I want to do with the next video, and the commentary for it's already there, so it should be a lot faster coming up. I forgot about that. Boy, oh boy. This is interesting because we stumbled upon this, but it's very, very important. Woo, hiccup, sorry. Sorry about that, I had a bit of a hiccup attack. Woof. But this is a nice little path. I was walking around in the middle of the night trying to figure out where I was going. No clue where I was going. Decided I'd start a fight because this is going to get me some nice, I think a replenishment of my health potions, or at least one or two of them. Once I murdered these guys. We did go through a couple of nights into dreams on this dark, dark path. Not entirely sure where we're going. So we are just kind of looking around at the moment. And again, cannot overstate the joy of exploration of this game. And honestly, I think I saw an article the other day about how exploration is, or replayability in these games are, or in this game is not as strong as in other From Software games, which I feel like is probably a oversimplification of it. But I can understand the notion of these games, like the way this game, Elden Ring, was set up. So much of it is about the gameplay because there are so many different styles of weapon and what those weapons do and how you can move and all that jazz. But in addition to that, exploration plays such a big part in this game, where you're just kind of walking in a field and something might happen, or like, what is your impression the first time you start riding your horse around and you look over and there's a giant there and you're like, I don't want to fight that? Or when you walk into what looks like the field of ruins and the ruins get up to fight you. Those are a lot of interesting moments in the game, but once you know what's going to happen, it does dampen it quite a bit. That being said, I don't know how many people were replaying these games like that anyway, and how far that's gone down. I know it's easy to say, you know, but they're not doing that as much, but I don't know really how you test that. Other than say people aren't doing it like they used to because I don't see the streams that I used to. But that's fine. I mean, it doesn't have to be for replayability if it's good. I don't think anybody is arguing that Elden Ring is not a good game. It is a very strong game. Punish that. Oh, good night. Oh, they got a ballista. On the move. On the move. Good kill. Should probably take a sip. Nice. I should still probably take a sip. Let's see if I did it. Past me. That was amazing. That was so amazing. That scared me now. I know I had to be scared when that actually happened. That scared me now. I literally was like, I should take a sip. And as soon as I start doing the spell, I was like, why am I doing the spell instead? Oh no! Good thing he was swinging for the fences on that one. Swing away. March, 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 march. March, 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 march. Ever forward, ever onward. Making our way toward the ballista. Oh, go! God of cookery. Sneaking up on my boy. And I'm not saying I'm not caring about the other guys, but definitely not as concerned about them as this guy who is dealing massive damage and explosions. He has to be stopped. Through the heart. I wonder if there's one that decapitates when you hit like that critical when they're down like that. I just want to just like lop their head off real quick. Samurai, I'm looking at you. I wanted to shoot the thing, but it wouldn't let me. I really wanted to shoot the thing. But alas, the game does not want me to have fun. Let's do all the things that you want to. Patience. Patience. Murder! Murder! Murder again. Just going through this weird little battlement area that I was not expecting to be there. Because I don't really know where I am. Which is an interesting place to be. Again, exploration. But I am running into a lot of soldiers, which are different than most of the other people I've... Most of the other things in the area have been giants, and you know there was maybe two other groups of soldiers, some wolves. There's that ridiculous knight that I can't kill. You know, all these things are there. So I don't know where I am, but this is more along the lines of what I was fighting before I came up to this area. And this is where I got confused and realized I was going the wrong way, so I turned around to see what's on the other end of the ballista. No, what happened there? I'd say I was drunk, but I don't drink. Here's my horse. Here's my horse. Clementine. So this was the area, and I wasn't sure where I was off the horse. And I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking for here. And that's how you know I'm nervous, when I start going back to, let's slow down and read these things. Found the Lost Grace. That's great. Take a little low rest. Put some points into some things. Still sticking on that paladin build for now. I'm probably going to veer off that at some point. I think there's somebody that allows you to reset. And I might start going toward Lightning Lord, but we'll see. I do like the paladin build thus far, though. I need to be better at it, but I do like the build. I like the idea of the paladin build, to where you can dish out good punishment, but you can also take, like, you're a bit of a tank with your dexterity, so you can just kind of block through everything with your shield and dexterity, and then just return it to them 2 or 3 fold. I like that. I likes that. Bum 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 bum.
This tiny golden aura is the grace of the Earth Tree. This light once shone in the eyes of your tarnished brethren, but now it is all that guides you. Or so I hear. You can see them, can't you? The rays of grace that guide you through your burden.
What?
Upon the cliff
Crazy lady
in Castle Stormvale is a shard bearer, a demigod, who inherited a fragment of the shattered Elden Ring. If the rays of grace signal the castle, then the Elden Ring beckons you. As an ally by pact, I pray that you are fit to face the challenge presented by the ring.
This was neat because I wasn't sure what I was doing here and why she just appeared to
a demigod. If the raid and the Elden Ring, as an ally by I pray that you to face the challenge.
Give me this neat conversation. I thought that was weird. It makes sense now, but I thought it was weird at the time. Going back through the other way. Slashy. Slashy, slashy. Anybody who wants it can die. You die? Oh no, I messed that up. But you still die. I murder people. Also, I'm a little sad because these guys aren't giving me, these guys are not giving me the XP like the Giants were. And I didn't know I could do that. I felt really powerful destroying my own ballista. See a lot of blood there, a lot of blood here. I'm starting to get concerned. And I see this is where I'm supposed to go. Decided to rest just a little bit, just to top myself off and see where we're going here. Careful. Careful. And this is where I started to play with her armor. Again, I think the Confessor armor is the best thus far. But I also want her to be safe and strong and all that kind of jazz. So the Confessor armor kind of has to go eventually. Even though I think still it is probably the best faith-based armor that I have. I think that is still the case. Ta-da! That's me going backwards. I shouldn't be going backwards, I should go forwards. Get flashed on. That worked out very well. Because that second flash also killed the other guy that was down, so worked out well. So now I'm trying to watch and see how people die and what's going on. And I look at this and I say to myself, this looks like a boss battle. And there's a summon here. You under dig? There's a summon there. This looks like a boss battle. I don't know about all this. So I decide that's better for later. That's better for later. I don't know what's in there. I don't know what's going on. But that's got to be better for later. And to be 100% honest and fair, I did not know what was behind those doors. I know what's there now, but I did not know what was behind those doors. So that was a genuine reaction of, I just don't feel like dealing with whatever that is right now. Sneaky wiggy. I'm honestly not sure what I was doing right there. Watching this stuff in the past is a trip. Because, like, I know sometimes I will walk off to the side and just kind of stand there for a while. I know because there's other stuff. And that's part of why I don't stream quite as much. And I may get back into streaming, I'm not sure. That's part of why I don't stream that quite as much, because there's other things that are going on. So I might be washing clothes, I might be making dinner, you know, all this kind of stuff is going on. And doing it in this this record and put on videos is a lot easier for me, so I don't feel like I'm boring you guys quite as much, and we can kind of get to the action. Like, there's no reason that you need to see this. I don't know what was going on at the time. And I guess I could cut it, but I'm giving you the raw. That raw footage. It does get a little bit better when I have my own commentary, because I can tell when something's going on or when I've just kind of walked away, because I can kind of see the audio spikes. And so if I'm talking about something, I might stand still for that. But for the most part, if I'm just standing still, I've probably left out of the room. Somebody was at the door, something like that. And I'll just have to get back to it later. But this is weird. Weird, bro. Weird. Tell you what, I'm going to stop here and see if we can't get you to the next point here. Alright. back at it once again. Back at it once again, doing big things. Actually kind of nearing the end of this. And I will go ahead and tell you that eventually I did go between those gates. And on the other side of that gate was my introduction to Margit. I wasn't ready. And so the next video is going to be about that. It's not going to be a lot of the interim with Margit. Because a lot of the interim is, I'm not ready, I got to get ready. And just kind of retrying. And eventually I got to the point where I was probably too prepared for Margit, but he was still winning the fight. So, you will get to see some of the frustration of the Margit battle. Oh, standing again. Just standing there. I'm assuming this may have been, that may have been the day my aunt came. Just in the middle of the day, she just kind of popped up. Bless her heart. Hey, auntie, how you doing? Again, people who will never see the video. Shout out to them, though. If it weren't for people like that, there'd be no me, man. Be no me. Rushing up and through. Did we fight Margit? For a while, I was being pestered by both Margit and the knight, the Abyssal Knight, or whichever knight it was, Celestial Knight. I didn't know who I was going to fight because both of them were beating the crap out of me. I was like, well, where do I go? No, I don't want to go anywhere. I want to fight them. I want to bring them to subjugation. One back down the hill. These are some of the other just regular soldiers we had to fight to get here. And we're just not scared of him. He said, crouched over. Look at that. Look at that. They're lucky I'm playing nice. STABITHA. Wanted to make sure we got the drink down. We don't want any lucky flurries. See how well that works? Just a very simple counter strike. And that is what a TIE is, ladies and gentlemen. So this is about the end of where we kind of dropped off here. I think I went back and got a little heal. And in the next video, you're going to get more of the live commentary so you see what I saw. You're going to get the fight with Margit. You're not going to get the entire fight with Margit. This is not going to be like the Tree Sentinel, just because that went on forever. And this will go on for a while, but it'll be a little more entertaining because you get the sense of what I was going through at the time. Either way, I really do appreciate you for being here. Thanks so much for watching it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. We'll have some more stuff coming your way soon. Thanks for watching. Peace out.